Hey YouTube, coming at you with an ultimate team featuring G-Fisk, Trevenant core. I want to try this core out because I thought it would work. So like, okay, G-Fisk is weak to Fighter and Swampert, and so Trevenant will deal with that. And then I did it with a couple battles, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's also like Scrafty and Obstagoon who will handle both. So the team's a little weak to that, so I'm like, I need to put in like a flyer to deal with counter user, like the dark counter user. So I put in Zapdos. The team worked okay. This is more just kind of showcasing the sum of the parts as opposed to the team. G-Fisk was interesting because the problem is I used it because, you know, if you see like a Charizard, it's okay. Even though you're weak to fire, the rock side's a little pace and you'll hit double super effective there. And I thought Defensive Deoxys, which I'm sure the matchup's in here, that I was just able to take out just going straight Earthquake, and they couldn't do anything about it because they don't have a charge move. So it had play. I was also just surprised how rough it was against some of these other meta, like Jellicent. So that's where like I would 100% rather have a Registeel, because the Jellicent matchup would be just like straight Surf. Even Earthquake only does like 50%, so there's not much I could do. Keep switch here, which is pretty big, because now I can just go Earthquake here. And they are not getting out, which is interesting. So Earthquake's still a great move, right? Mudshot Earthquake is still a super strong Pokemon. Rock Slide for coverage here too. I think this is where actually one of the Charizards comes in, right? And I'm going to far outpace here. So it was pretty good. The problem with this was I actually saw Charizard on a lot of teams. What do you think? Like, you have the Rock Slide here and you have the Shadow Claw there. What's the problem? So it's just like, if it gets a head-on energy, you're in trouble. So I'm going to be Blast Burn here into Oblivion, so goodbye. But I do get the farm down. So G-Fisk, good lead. Energy advantage there. Talonflame, same sort of thing. I'll be able to just go straight Rock Slide here if they start doing this, which is fine. I don't really want to go straight on this, so there comes the Jellicent in. Zapdos was... I had so much fun using it in the factions. I had so much fun using it in the season last. I don't love it as a punish safe swap on this team. I think it's better used on the lead, just like spamming, deciding if you want switch or catching it on a tankier Pokemon, as opposed to I had it here. First of all, don't bait. As opposed to having it here where it was just like you needed to spend shields in the mid game. So even if you got good alignment at times, it didn't matter because you were still had problems. So I get off a Thunderbolt, but they end up having a Swampert here, which is okay because I can just come in here. I throw here because I'm like, I really don't want to take like a Hydro Cannon or an Earthquake, because then they could probably just like farm me down. So I'm like, I'm going to force them to throw here, right? Because they're pretty dry on energy. So I force a throw. This will not take me out, and I get off the Shadow Ball, which is huge because I'm already at like 2 Rock Slides, which will take out. So they ended up not shielding this because they were worried about the Rock Slides. But that in the end cost them this game, because see, I'm already at like, there's my second one right there. So I would have, if they shielded that, I would have had 2 Rock Slides to take them out there. But this one, talk about Jellicent is tough against G-Fisk, just because of the Surf now is just so much better. So this is where something like I would rather have a Registeel. So that Surf doesn't do quite 50%, but between the one, you're just going to get outpaced significantly. And they often shield. I played a few Jellicents that often shielded too. So not only are they like super far ahead on energy, they're going to easily take switch and come out with energy, which is not amazing for this back line, right? Because you're in trouble. I mean, Zapdos can come in, but then I think, was it this one? Where they like baited me. Yeah, because they're at like 100 energy right now. And a Shadow Ball would like take you so low. So again, if I run this team, I don't mind the G-Fisk Zapdos core. I mean, you're a little weak to like Swampert and stuff like that. But outside it's fine. But you just can't use it in the mid game, kind of like forcing to get shields here. I threw the move, but my game frame dropped there, so I'm now gonna have to go down and this game's over. The frame drops are becoming really, really annoying because they're affecting my like timing on stuff, where I'm like, okay, gotta throw here, and then it like I go press the button and the frame drops, and it's just like, okay, I guess I'm not throwing there. So it's really annoying. They don't seem to be wanting to fix the outside of the frame drops constantly. It's fine, I guess. But yeah, that's annoying. Trevenant. One of those things where it's like that seed bomb nerf was substantial. This matchup didn't matter. Like I was going to lose anyways. I have Amandabuzz in the back. But you really feel not being able to get to that seed bomb in the game there. Like to bait, you still need to go Shadow Ball. Trevenant is okay in the open because like Shadow Ball is just such Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball is still just such a strong moveset, so you should be okay. And there's like Crests and Giratinas and stuff like that you could do well against. But yeah, that just sort of nerf to Seed Bomb like really lowers it in my rankings here. I think it's worth using I don't think it's a problem. I mean, it's a problem for the Trevenant, but I have seen look at the frame drops. The frame drops are all over the place. That's like 3 or 4 just this game. There's another one. I saw so many Drapions and so many Skunks today, which is not surprising considering they had that event where they were around a ton. Can't get it off because the game is just spinning. I think I did my best to misplay this one, but they eventually just come in and tap it and just kind of like gifted me this. Not gifted me, but look at these. Oh, these drops are so frustrating to watch. So frustrating to watch. I'm having a lot of trouble. And I did bad today, so it's just like double whammy here. Yeah, so a lot of Drapions, a lot of Skunks. The Seed Bomb nerf like really hurts in some of these like neutralish matchups. So Trevenant's still okay, but I'm not so like I don't think you like have to rush to use this Pokemon. So yeah. So overall, team did meh. Charizard lead like should be a good lead because it's double super effective. They try and catch on Jellicent, but again, here the mid game here. Jellicents were everywhere. Like, if I had a Drapion I mean, I could build up both, but if I had them built up, I would run them right now. Because it just seemed like in my range, Jellicents were everywhere, and those are just generally... that was the drill pack motion, but I was just not paying attention because I was like, my kids were all over me when I did these battles. So, get 2 shields here. Not good timing, but again, like, tough to time perfectly. And I think they get a move off here to take me out. Yeah, so this is frustrating. So I need to like come out with a little bit of energy, but I can't take a move here. So I need to take this out. And this is where that now 6 claws instead of 5 comes in, because now I'm just going to be like 1 short of getting it off. I tried and snipe, and they smartly come in with Taboo. So this game is over, I'm pretty sure. Just looking at if there's anything else that I need to talk about. Not really. Yeah, that's the... I don't think the pairing of... I mean, you're weak to... Stunfisk is ranked significantly lower. It's ranked 26 compared to... It's ranked 26 compared to Registeel, which is ranked number 1. It really fell because it was really high up there. But yeah, the counter users, Virizion, Cobalion, Swamperts, Obstagoons, Escavs, Gliscors even... Like, there's just so many losses with G-Fisk right now. You get some wins, like Crests and Walrein and Umbreon, I guess, just going straight Earthquake. And those poisons that I said, like Drapion and Skunk, like, you will win those too. But Yeah, it was not amazing. What is it suggested pairing? Charizard, Pidgeot, Crest, Giratina, Golisopod. I mean, it's countering your fighting weakness. I would not go Charizard because then you're double weak to Swampert. But I would go, yeah, Crest isn't bad. Giratina Alter's not bad. Pidgeot's fine too if you want to do that. And then a safe swap. Or Crest is your safe swap and then something else that can beat like Trevenant and stuff like that would be a third. Yeah, quite down the rankings. I always say like it took me so long to build this up in Best Buddy, and it was like top 5 before, and now it's just like nope. Say hello to Golisopod. Say hello to a Sandslash. Say like just killing me here. So that is basically it as these battles play out. How many more battles do I have? One more after this. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you're thinking. I can already see people getting bored. This is what I was talking about earlier. We need a like tournament or something in the mid game here. Like I can already see people getting bored. This week is Little Cup and oh, I do win this one. I remember this because they let this go. And they thinking they can counter me down before I Thundershock them down, but that is not the case. I was surprised when they let this go. And then I remember Thundershocking their Obstacle down before they counter me down. We need something. Jellicent. We need something else here. Again, this week is rough because it's Ultra League and a Little Cup, which people are not excited about. Even more people said they're playing Ultra League, but I know not a lot of people are playing Ultra League, right? Because if you... I think the next 2 weeks are going to be really fun. Single type Great League for 2 weeks in a row. I think everyone's going to play that. I think that there's so many different ways you can go. I'm going to make that video next. But then you're looking at a Retro Cup, which is okay in Great League. Great League remix and stuff. But then you have 2 weeks... I don't know why they're doing this in July, end of July. 2 weeks of Great League Fossil Cup. And Fossil Cup is Water, Rock, and Steel. So it was a very, very limited meta. So to have 2 weeks of that, like that's going to be boring as super boring, super bad. And then an Ultra League with a little Jungle Cup again. And then all of them. But then we go Master and an Ultra League. And then we go with a Catch Cup and Master League. So like... realistically, 4 out of these last 5 weeks are absolute garbage. So, yeah, it's rough. I wish they did something. I wish they did something to spice this up, because it's really, really unfortunate that even I'm bored. Like it's the same Pokemon, right? How many Pokemon? And they're freaking Charizard. How many times have I showcased all these Pokemon? I mean, G-Fisk is new because I just built it up, but Trevenant, Zapdos, I'm even looking at some of the other content creators, and they're trying to do stuff, but it's not working. You can see it. You can see it in the comments. You can see it on the views. You can see it everywhere. People are just bored of GBL. So they did okay with the move changes to try and change it a bit, but I think they need to do something else. I think they need to like... yeah, like a mid-game like a mid-season tournament, or different in like events. It just can't be a 3-month rotation with very, very few variations in Pokemon. Like buffs or not, it's the same stuff over and over and over and over again. We're on the... I've hit Legend 12 or 13 seasons in a row now. Let me just go check my YouTube video. I'm trying to see what season we're in. I think we're in the 16th season, so 13 straight Legend, and I didn't hit the first 2. So 13 plus 2 is 15, and we are in the 16th season right now. We're in the 16th season of GBL, and there's just nothing. There's nothing exciting, right? There's nothing that makes me like... I do the battles because I think it's a good dest. I do enjoy battling. I think it's a good dest thing. I do the videos. So there's a lot of reasons that I still battle. But, you know, I'm bored. I'm bored of this. Like, I went down, like, I grinded from like 2,000 to 2,400, 24 something yellow, and then I dropped like 100 today. And I'm just like, I'm frustrated, but it's like, okay, it's one day out of like 90 that I know I'm going to get back. So it's just kind of like, I wish there was like something more to it. Anyways, that's it. That's my rant for the day. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments. I am so excited. Again, I think the single site cup is going to be so fun. Just because there's so many ways to make teams. So I'm going to go film that video. It's probably going to be a long one, but it should be good. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.